I completely gave up, and I had no intentions on coming back. And a really good friend of mine, Perry Harcum, he goes by Knox Six. He actually reached out to me, invited me to come play a show for old time's sake, and I had just had so much fun. I knew that, that's where that's my happy place.
Hey, what's good, my friends? Thanks so much for checking out the Open Decks podcast. This week, our episode is with Wolfemayne. We recorded this conversation a couple months ago, so some of the event notices and things are going to be a little bit dated, but nevertheless, a conversation worth having and worth checking out. Thanks again for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the conversation with Wolfemayne. Welcome to the Open Decks podcast, man. Thanks for coming down.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
My name's Wolfemayne. My real name's Michael Wolf, and I'm from Annapolis, Maryland. And I'm happy to be out here in Washington, D.C. today.
Yeah,
You guys.
glad you made it
Yes.
down. Yeah, you got plenty of. You got plenty of room too. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting a little used to this.
Yeah, dude. So, you're in Annapolis now, right?
That's correct.
But you DJ Baltimore, Annapolis. And then before this, like you DJ'd all around the DMV. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done D.C. as well.
Yeah.
I'm more predominant out in Annapolis because that's my hometown.
Yeah.
But also, I have a lot of love for the city of Baltimore. And I've been doing stuff out there for a decade now.
Yeah. Yeah. Baltimore is like, I mean, we've been up there a few times. We talked about it on the show. It's just such a good scene, man. Good DJs, good music.
I think they should have the whole thing of like the underground aspect of it, like better than we would here in. I don't know. I wouldn't say that DC doesn't have one, but I think as far as what I know,
cranking, man. Yeah.
you guys are cranking. Over there.
But Annapolis is cool, man. We did so we did Federal House together. Did some EDM, you and I, and Sarcasm and DJ Amp.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That was fun, man. I wouldn't say I was surprised because I had reasonable expectations, but I had a good time then. That was fun.
Yeah, so in downtown Annapolis, people definitely show out. There's a lot of foot traffic, and we had weather on our side that night, and good tunes cranking, and you can hear the tunes outside. So it was really easy to get people to come in and start dancing.
It's nice when you've got like that, just the way it sets up on the water down there, and there's like all kinds of places to go. It's got that. It's almost like it's like a college town feel, but also like kind of tourist feel, but also like classy, but also like people drinking. Just got like a good like mix of people out and about. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward to going back, this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for Saturday night on the rooftop at Metropolitan, it's going to have your tourists as well, but it's a little bit more uptown. So we'll have a lot more people there specifically for the music.
Yeah.
And house music is definitely a vibe up on the rooftop there. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to go great.
Same. I mean, if it comes close to the energy we had last time, like I'll take it. I mean, it's nice to get out and play different towns, different cities, because you see the same faces around. It starts to get a little stale, and so like places like Annapolis, Baltimore, even that aren't that far away, like it's always fun to get out there. So I'm excited for it, and we've got Lifesaver and Saver, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, man. How do you know those guys?
Ooh, back from when I used to DJ in Baltimore before COVID, probably like 5 or 6 years ago, we were running into each other at clubs, festivals, all the time, not on purpose either.
Yeah.
And it was always just hilarious and funny running into each other again. And that's just kind of what kept us close even after COVID. We all kind of went our separate ways, as most DJs and producers did during COVID. Kind of went and buried ourselves back in our holes where we came from. But we're all trying to make an effort to really get back out there. I think a lot of producers and DJs kind of lost hope during that time with the lack of events and social distancing, stuff like that. So a lot of people didn't come back. But we're all really close friends. And, if you're a good DJ friend, then you look out for your friends. You bring them back. And you get them doing what makes them happy, even if they say they don't want to do it anymore. If you know that that's what truly makes them happy, then it's super important that, you get them back doing what makes them happy.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's got like, music has a way of doing those kind of things.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Having that support system,
Yeah.
For me personally, I gave up during COVID. I didn't touch any music production software for 3 years, I sold all my turntables and I completely gave up. And I had no intentions on coming back. And a really good friend of mine, Perry Harcum, he goes by Knox 6. He actually reached out to me, invited me to come play a show for old time's sake. And I had just had so much fun. I knew that, that's where that's my happy place. If you remember Happy Gilmore.
No, trust me.
The first one, the good one.
Yeah. Like it happens to the best of us, all of us. Like I have that story. I mean, I gave up 2003, didn't come back until 2018.
Yeah, you had a long break.
You never truly quit.
Like a generation between, like basically.
Yeah. Life happens, but whatever you feel like, if it comes full circle, you really love what you love. You do kind of, have something built in that once it's there the first time, it's just you never say it. It never leaves or you quit. You know.
Have you always been house music, or you done open format or other stuff?
So it's funny you asked that. I was just telling this story this morning to a good friend of mine, Celis, who's been doing shows with me a lot lately. I got into DJing because I was really, really up to date on hip hop, and I was actually DJing for some local Annapolis rappers, and I just felt like I wasn't having that much fun when I was DJing, as opposed to when I was DJing what I wanted to play, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, I really loved going to raves and clubs and stuff like that. And it just resonated in my soul more. So when I was 19, so that's 12 years ago, geez, I decided, I'm going to follow my heart. And I'm going to try some EDM stuff and started doing shows. And it was house music pretty much off the jump. I love all genres, but house really resonates with my soul.
Yeah, are you doing any particular influences when you got started, or just kind of found the rhythm and
actually, I would say that this may sound pretty mainstream, but I got to give credit for inspiration to Excision. I went and saw him at Echo Stage. That was my first time there. Nice. And the energy was just insane. That guy was up there smiling, dancing, cranking out tunes. Everyone's having a good time. And I'm like, I want to do what that guy's doing. If I can get paid to make people happy, which is what I love to do, then that's success to me.
Yeah, so, it's always like that one DJ. It's like that made that splash, and you're just like, you came home that night from that show. You're like, okay, I know the true power of why I want to do this. It's like, what's like for real? Like all of us have that story. Tommy, what was it like for you?
Yeah, I mean, mine. So like I didn't really get into electronic music until like the teens, and it was when I was in business school, and so like I was just trying to pass the time, and so this is when Tiesto's Club Life, like his YouTube, his radio show was going on, so I picked up Club Life, listened to a lot of Tiesto, like Duke Dumont, Martin Garrix, obviously, like through Tiesto. Yeah. And then from there, like I've moved much. The stuff I'm into now and stuff I play now is much different than that, right? It's more like mid-tempo stuff that I'm really into. But nevertheless, like you said, when you can't see it as much necessarily like on the radio, but like when you start to go to shows and you see the performers with the music that kind of got you started, it's like, oh, like shit, these guys are like, they're having a great time. They're incredibly talented. The lights, the effects, the crowd, the music, all of it's on point. When all that stuff comes together, like that's that magic moment for me, is just being like, damn, like this went from being music to something that like transcends music, to that's cultural, community, like art, all wrapped into one. And like trying to continue to find those moments is why I'm getting far from my origin story, if you will, but like that to me is like when that stuff all comes together, like that's the chef's kiss, man. So yeah, what about you?
Well, I went in early from like I think just doing the underground stuff. I think everything from the underground life, the actual raves where you could say that you didn't expect what you were going to hear that night. You just had no assumptions what it was going to be. And then you're just like, wow, this is truly, you feel it insert itself into you, where you're like, this is forever changed me to
Yeah.
where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm a convert. I'm buying in. It's in my blood now.
Yeah.
You know, I have to inspire to do the same kind of thing, but in my own artistic vision or craft. You know.
Yeah. It's awesome, man. So this changing subjects, like, so each of us have like our names are part of our DJ names, right? Like Ryan Soho,
Yes.
Tommy Jr., Wolfemayne.
Wolfemayne,
Like,
yeah.
has that always been your moniker, or you've played under different?
It's always been my
Yeah.
moniker. It was actually my nickname playing football growing
Yeah.
up. My old
Wow.
man, his
Yeah.
nickname was Wolfman.
Nice.
And like I said, my roots are hip hop, so
Yeah.
I was a huge Gucci Mane fan.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
I
I was
was
about
always-
to say it's like there's like a derivative of like animal names that I keep hearing from Baltimore. You know, like Petty Penguin and
Yeah.
DJ Beast.
That's the homie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
We were actually talking last night. We might be stirring up for something for Halloween.
Oh, good, man.
Out in the city.
They're so
Yeah.
fun, dude. They did our Day of the Dead party last year. Petty Penguin and DJ Beast, and like that energy there. It's the same thing I was just talking about, where like, you know, club music is not my like preferred genre, but when it all comes together and the dudes putting it on and the show and the energy they bring in like works, it's magic, man. Like
Yeah.
DJ Beast, the energy is just insane. It's off the charts, man.
Those
all
two
of it,
are
yeah.
top
It's
tier.
so good, man. Yeah. It's
They
so
really
good.
get the city rocking
Yeah.
every time too,
Yeah.
and they really complement each other with their DJ styles
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, they do, man. You're right. I mean, they like DJ styles, personality, like their stage presence just has like that like balance, yin and yang feeling to it or whatever. Like, yeah, those guys are great.
We go pretty far back too, like before giving up.
Yeah, tell us about it.
So when I first started DJing out in Baltimore City, it was roughly 8 years ago. We used to do shows through a company called Spirit. They did Thursday nights. Every Thursday night they put on for a local scene, and I would run into, Beast, Petty Penguin. We'd end up on some of the same lineups. Petty Penguin actually used to go by an alias called Zero.
Okay. I didn't know
And
that.
yeah, so we've been around for a decade now, and it's just so funny when we end up playing shows. We just played a show together just a few months ago, and it's just like, we don't talk all the time, but it's like when we see each other, we just pick up right where we left off.
Yeah.
It's all love, and
Yeah.
that's how I feel about a lot of people, a lot of DJs in the city there.
Yeah. What are some of the places in Baltimore you're playing now, or places that you like enjoy going back to in Baltimore?
So my favorite music venue in Baltimore has been and more than likely always will be the 8x10.
Yeah.
And it's just it's not the biggest venue, but it's a small, intimate venue.
guess, it's-
2 floors,
8x10.
8x10.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a lot of love for that venue. I haven't
Yeah.
played there in a long time, but more recently it's been venues like the Rockwell.
Mm-hmm.
I've also done some stuff at Checker Spot Brewing Company, which we may revisit soon. That place has amazing beer, and highly recommend anybody if they're in the city to go check them out.
Me,
Let's do it.
Tommy. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right next to the ballpark, so
Nice.
Okay.
What's so in a lot of places like Baltimore, DC, nationwide, worldwide, like music is present in places where maybe 10, 20 years ago it wasn't, right? So like you mentioned breweries, right? Like, yeah, like there's breweries, there's like, subway cars, like pizza shops, coffee shops, rooftops, all this stuff. Like music is kind of everywhere. Like any places that you maybe 10 years ago didn't think like, oh, I'm gonna be playing at this joint or this style. Like, are you finding more of that in Baltimore or wherever? Like,
it's funny you ask that because the first time I ever went to a rave, I was 17 years old, and I went to a venue called the Paradox, right on the south side of Baltimore by where Horseshoe Casino is now. And that's where I truly fell in love with house music and electronic music in general. And what I noticed there is that there wasn't a whole lot of production, but there was like 3 different stages. It was more for the music than it was like a production thing.
Yeah.
And just a lot more interaction on the dance floor.
Okay.
And I'd like to
That's a
get
good
I'd like to get
introduction.
back to those times. And unfortunately, that venue closed. And like I was saying a little bit ago about doing stuff through Spirit, there was a venue called The Game that was also right near where the Paradox was. They actually tore that down, and put Top Golf right there. So that's gone. So they took away some of the staple venues in our city, and we're making a valiant effort to, find new places and make them make sense.
I'll even try doing a Renegade, man. Just get a, spot up somewhere where you feel like,
what do you think it takes like to get that that raw Renegade back, that rawness atmosphere? Like, I mean, I know there are places out there, but like more and more, it's kind of front and center, right? Window.
It's not totally legal to do, but
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because we haven't done one yet, but I'm just curious, like what does it take to get that kind of raw, like.
You have to know the right people who are willing to break the rules. And if you know anything about Baltimore, you break a lot of rules in Baltimore. The rules are not enforced.
I think that's especially
like
what makes it seem like it separates everywhere else, that Baltimore would be willing to, separate themselves from other cities just because they could say that, like I said, with underground and Renegade parties, I think you guys should be on a map, honestly. You did one not too long ago. No, wait a minute. I was supposed to do one on the 28th. It was supposed to be on a Thursday night. It was supposed to be like bring the U-Haul truck with like a gas generator type of situation. And I thought about doing it, but I was like, well, I think supporters of that should be mainly towards like people who are locals to Baltimore. They should just see how that goes, and I'll follow suit. I'll try to.
Yeah. I mean, there's some like Heaven Dancing Club's done some stuff, right? Like I've seen their events. There's some here and there. When you again, like it's. You have to know the people. And I think you have to have a set of balls to just like.
Absolutely.
Like just a little fortitude, but then again, there's so many places to play.
Permits and whatever.
So. I don't know. What's like some of the craziest places you've just popped up and played? Anything off the wall?
Craziest places I've played. More recently, Cancun Cantina has that's up there. I mean, you walk in and you have hundreds of people standing around drinking, and also a huge dance floor where people are line dancing. Yeah. And you actually have to make your way through them to get to the club side. So it's like you got to walk through the honky-tonk to get to the rave. And it's always funny when I'm up there DJing, because I've played there a few times now, and you just watch these cowboys come in, open that door, and they don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, what is this? And then they come in and they dance and they have a great time. All of them.
So you come in there
it's
with
contagious.
Like the denim on denim, the cowboy boots, and the cowboy hat. Listening to whatever.
You rocking denim on denim?
Yeah.
You are.
I do.
Not this guy, man.
Yeah. I have the Stetson, you name it.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
What about outside? You been outside the area, like outside Baltimore or DC?
I have not. No, I can't say I have. I will say tomorrow I am linking up with the friend I mentioned earlier, Perry Harcum, and we are actually driving to Columbus, Ohio. He has a gig out there. So,
who is he playing with, the collective or?
He is playing Recharge Thursdays. Okay. They do events there every Thursday at Summit Music Hall. Right. I've never been there before, and I'm excited to get out, network, and most importantly, support my friend.
Yeah, man.
And get him out there.
There's it's funny because like as we're doing this, we've been thinking about places like Columbus, Raleigh, like Pittsburgh, like cities that don't jump off the map as like electronic music, house music destinations the way that like New York, Miami, LA might. So it's cool. So Columbus actually there's a collective there called the Ope Collective. They do some good stuff. I've seen. So I kind of follow them from before. I'm from Ohio, so I kind of follow the. I think it's cool.
Idea.
Yeah. It's like,
fun fact.
I grew up in the middle of nowhere, man. But like there's a good collective there that does some killer events, festival stuff. I've just kind of seen them through social media and whatnot. But it's nice to see that people from here are bouncing out there too, man. I like that. Like that
know
idea.
Each other, associated somehow.
Yeah, it's cool. Do you any idea how this event came about for them?
I know my friend's been looking for out-of-state opportunities, and this collective specifically has a lot of involvement with bigger events and festivals. So It's really about, putting his music out there where ears can lead to opportunity.
He produces his own stuff.
He produces amazing music.
awesome.
Some of it's been signed to labels like Subcarbon.
Sweet.
And yeah.
Post a link on the show notes.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll
Absolutely,
make sure we get it out there. Yeah, that's cool, man. So you guys going out there just for the show, or are you gonna try to check out, like stay for the weekend, check anything else out?
I wish. I'm a working man on the weekends. I'm doing this as a favor to make sure he gets there. Some plans didn't go accordingly, and sometimes you just got to roll with the punches. That's part of the music game.
Yeah.
So we're going there, and we're leaving right after the show. Driving straight back here. I got to work the next day on Friday. Yeah. Got to work on Saturday, and then I'm walking up the street to come DJ with you. Straight from work.
Dude, that
very
drive.
Convenient.
So get to Columbus.
Man, that's
not convenient.
That's how the grind works, man. That's what we have to do.
I've done that drive many times over the years, but see, when you get to Columbus, my parents' house, is about another 2 hours out into the middle of nowhere. So that miserable last 2 hour drive, at least you don't have that.
Yeah.
But man, that stretch, dude, it's not a pleasant drive coming back through.
That's why I couldn't let him do it alone.
No, man, good for you. Yeah, you're a good friend for doing that, man. Cause
I pay the price all the time being a good friend. Sometimes I wish I had more of a backbone.
I did a 13 hour to Chicago. I was like, I would not be sane to do this by myself.
Man.
I need someone with me.
No, it's
if you're traveling that far, I mean, you gotta have someone with you in case you're too tired to drive.
No, it's just that you go through Pittsburgh, then you're like, this is depressing. Then you go to Ohio, like, oh god, this is more depressing.
Yeah, I plan on making a rule. On the way out there, no complaining.
At least
we're gonna make the most of this.
Like the time of year you're going now, it's a little early for fall, but fall can be nice, to get the pretty colors and everything. But it's like those winter drives, I'll go home for Christmas or something, where it's just flat, gray, and breezy for 9 hours straight. So at least you don't have that, but yeah. It's awesome, man. Well, that's good. Yeah. So it's so you're getting out of Columbus, but you're not spinning. You're just going out to support.
I'm just going to support. I'm going to drive, and I'm going to make sure he gets there.
You got any places that you would like to outside the area, places you'd like to?
I have my eyes set on Miami. I got a friend that moved down there about a year ago, and I went and visited him a couple weeks ago, and that place seems like house music flourishes there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
Tommy knows.
Yeah, you were just there, weren't you?
Yeah, I go down. I used to work down there, so I go down quite a bit. But I was there 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so I love it down there. I like the Miami, the house music scene. I'm not I like club space. Sounds cool to do it one time, but I'm not there for bottle service and I like the music. I like the casual
Fair enough.
South Beach kind of vibe, but
he introduced me to that. I was like, I get it.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely. So where in Miami? Where all did you go?
Well, we weren't there for long. I was actually helping him move a car down there. Again, helping out a friend. Yeah. Not sticking around too long, just kind of, helping. I always try and lend a hand when I can. Yeah. And we hung out in the Fort Lauderdale area. We went out in the downtown, what was it, the district area?
Fort Lauderdale?
The design district, that's what it was, of Miami.
Oh, in Miami, yeah, okay.
And I went and saw a friend, Rohan, perform there, and it was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, really fancy mezcal bar. It was really upscale.
Yeah.
That's different for sure.
Did we even mention that this is our official first podcast at high def? That's actually being broadcasted.
This will be the first one that is released. We recorded one here last week. That's going to come out subsequently, but this will be the first one from High Definition Studios that gets published. I don't know if you've seen. I know we talked about this earlier, but you haven't seen kind of the full episodes. But you see the clips where it's we're in my backyard or my basement or Ryan's basement,
and we have stuff on our foreheads, and we're just wiping it.
We're just trying to level up a little bit, man. Get some good production, good content out there. So thanks for being our first.
Oh, I'm honored.
Pushed high def, yeah.
I can't say I was expecting all this. This is a wonderful
we've kept
studio.
it clean. No F-bombs so far.
I have probably had some under my breath.
Are we ready?
I'll find them though. I'll find them. No. I don't want to do anything. But Yeah, so we were before we paused, we are talking about Miami as a place you wanted to play. Like, is there a particular sound that you're after, or is it just like the Miami environment itself? Like, because it can be fun to like play. Oh, I played Miami, or it can be like, no, the music, the vibe, the whatever. Like
what is your vibe?
My vibe is tech house, bass house, and lately I've been adding a good touch of techno to it as well.
Okay.
And just upbeat. I like to keep people dancing. I also like to go with a strong remix game. I like a lot of hip hop lyrics and stuff like that, considering my roots. Yeah. And it's just always nice to get back to those. Okay. I like to keep people singing and dancing if I can.
Yeah. The sing-alongs,
It's just hard not to dance if you know the words. Yeah. Not saying every song needs words.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, when we did the one at Federal House, like, I played probably half were like remixes and sing-alongs, and then the rest was a mix of like popular, like more mainstream tech house, but also like some deep cuts. And like when you play deep cuts interspersed with like sing-along, like people can get there, even if they're not like
the vibes
house
already
music
going.
enthusiasts. Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of DJs are afraid to do that. They're just like, oh, I got the crowd, let me keep going. It's like, dude, come on. Like, I get it. Like, but also like enjoy yourself as a performer, like try
and don't get too invested with drinking just to relax. And be honed in on your assignments,
Yeah. But so when you're DJing, like how much of it for you is purely just like it's all about the crowd, read the room, all the commandments of DJing, whatever. Like how much of it is that versus Wolfemayne, like I want to enjoy what I'm doing and have a great time with the music. Like how do you balance that? This is the music I want. This is what the crowd wants. How do you make it happen?
I always think about the audience. I think that's, as a DJ, that's your job. And I'm first and foremost a DJ before I am a producer. And I'm still trying to hone my sound and craft with producing. But in the meantime, when I'm thinking about walking into a music venue, I'm already thinking about what people want to hear in that area or at that venue particularly, what people are expecting, what kind of music would fit the vibe there. And I think putting that time and effort into my sets beforehand goes a long way as opposed to when I just try and wing it. Yeah. And I know that through trial and error and getting too comfortable and procrastinating. And I can see it and feel it when I'm up there on stage and it's just not hitting. Or as of more recently, it's always been hitting. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm no longer drinking alcohol anymore. And in the past, when I was drinking alcohol, I was overly confident that all the songs I would play would hit because I liked them. Yeah. And I think I was being really selfish and full of myself when I was doing that. And maybe that's why I didn't get a lot of the opportunities that I wanted. Whereas now, I'm making it all about people on the dance floor. I might test an original track here and there and see how people respond. And usually that goes well. And I'm really relieved because it's unsettling sometimes playing music for the first time that you've created. And I think when you make yourself vulnerable, you allow yourself to grow. So sometimes you just need to take that leap of faith.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. Like create that, like not create necessarily, but you find yourself in that place of vulnerability. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't just walk away. I mean, I guess you could, but like, you gotta press ahead sometimes, and like, you come out of it on the other side. Like, you learned something. Maybe it didn't go exactly what you planned. Maybe it did, but yeah, you gotta press on. Are you playing? Are you playing your own music at most of your events now, or are you just kind of finding like picking and choosing?
I pick and choose. Yeah. I mean, there'll be times where I have my original music, in my set list, and I'm reading the crowd. And I'm like, I'm gonna mess this whole vibe up right now if I try and play this right now. Yeah. And I kind of use that energy in the room to fuel my track selection, and I think sometimes putting the audience first helps out in the long run.
Yeah. I mean, I see it both ways. Like especially with people who produce their own music, like yeah, like they're people we've talked to, right? They're trying to find a way to create, because we're talking to people earlier in their career, earlier in their production journey, if you will. Like they're trying to find a way to create a set that is their music, like top bottom, essentially, right? I mean, no, it's always mixing other tracks, but like I think there's a different approach for people. Like I don't make my own music, so Ryan.
No, I'm still
like,
challenged with like knowing what DAW I want to use.
Yeah,
like what DAW are we talking about?
I use Ableton 12 Suite.
Okay, yeah.
And
a lot of people's go to.
Yeah.
Or that or Fruity Loops or something, or FL Studio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to the point about performing, like, you know, as a, you want your sound, you want to be authentic, right? Like I want to be authentic. So I've started like last year, you know, I don't take events that the sound isn't there for me or the crowd. Like I'm not trying to take some stuff where, you know, I'm not going to do well. And it's hard because you want to play, but also like I don't want to put myself. I think a lot of us don't want to put ourselves in a position where, oh yeah, I'll take it. The crowd's good, but I end up playing, you know, the same set that any DJ could play. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that. I just think it's fun to challenge ourselves to go beyond the audience, like to bring them along with us without completely fucking it up, right?
Yeah.
Like it's yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know what to expect, sort of like that's your sound, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're trying to set an expectation of like, hey, I'm gonna play, like I'm gonna move with this crowd. I'm gonna play music, like we're gonna read the room, all those things. But also we're gonna give them something that they haven't necessarily experienced before. Because otherwise they're gonna remember the music and not necessarily the DJ. They're like, oh, it was a great time. We had a great night. What's that DJ's name? It's like, oh no, he did this thing or she did that thing.
Yeah.
So it's trying to like pepper in those little like seasonings that make it just a little bit more kind of your like event than like, well, I crushed it again.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
that's all in the prep work. You always have to have prep work for your different set times too, right?
Do you plan out? Do you always plan out your sets, or do you just kind of start?
I do now.
Yeah.
I do now.
Yeah.
I think preparation is key.
Yeah.
Because when preparation meets opportunity, that's when you can find success. And I think, you know, a lot of DJs are overly confident, and I know I'm guilty of it too sometimes. And I think sometimes it can be revealed during your set.
Yeah.
And it's humiliating.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can get stuck.
Yeah.
If you don't have hot cues set, if you don't know certain tricks to get out of, you know, certain BPMs, like you're up shit's creek without a paddle.
Yeah, no, man. I one of the things I appreciate, like you for the last event and for this one, we've kind of talked about like, hey, what do you want to do? It's not like an in-depth conversation about every detail, but I'm a strong believer that you should communicate with your DJs on the lineup just to make sure, like, hey, if you're gonna do something that's way out of my BPM range, my preference is to prepare to come down from wherever you were. Right? Like the last thing I would want to do is ask somebody like, hey man, I'm gonna play like 128. Can you like slow it down? Like, no, I don't want to do that. But I do want to know, like, if you're gonna be playing 140, you're gonna be playing like UKG or something that's just higher BPM. Like,
I was about to say, I have that consideration in mind. I would like DM somebody like, this is what I feel like I want to do because I'm after you or I'm before you. You know,
I don't think you want to be surprised. You know, I mean, we can all deal with it, but it's a smoother transition throughout the night when you can say like, oh, I know he's gonna probably land somewhere around 140. I've got these tracks that can kind of get me back to where I want to be, and I don't know, man. There are a lot of DJs that don't care about that stuff.
I do have an unpopular opinion about that. It might not be unpopular.
I'm pretty sure. It might not be that unpopular.
But I don't care what the DJ before me ends on.
Yeah.
I just want them to put the settings back to normal. Do not leave me. Do not leave me with all your weird preferences.
Oh my gosh.
You leave the decks the way you found them, if not better.
The crossfader. That's the
do not set me up for failure.
Do not leave me with 30 seconds left on the track, please.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that, man. It's for me. It's I forget to check the crossfader. Sean Boulevard, man. Wherever you're. It's got me. It's got me a couple times. Yeah. Every time I play with Sean, last set makes I'm like, I got it. But Yeah, I mean, I same. Like I try. I don't mess with too much, right? Like I don't mess with too much in the settings. Like I obviously import my own from my USB for my set, but like I don't mess with the decks too much. Like it's not.
Any
it's not
nightmare
a game.
stories?
I mean, who cares? Everything's a nightmare for me. What about you? Any kind of like nightmare stories, nightmare scenarios you walked into?
Yeah,
You don't have to name names if you don't want to.
Yeah, I won't name any names, but they know who they are. And they might watch this podcast. But I was in DC Eagle about 7 years ago doing an opening set for JMPRD. It was a dubstep show. And there was a faulty CDJ on the setup there. And the guy I was DJing with, again, I'm not going to say his name. It's not important. He kept yelling at me that my USB drive was corrupted. And I had just practiced all day on my own CDJs, my own equipment. And I kept saying, dude, it's not me, it's the equipment. And he was intoxicated and just like was not working with me there. So I got frustrated and I told him, I'm out of here, dude. And I got off stage and I drove home.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, part of it's the intoxication, part of it's the gear, right? Like knock wood. I try to take every, precaution I can to make sure my stuff is ready, like it's updated, it's, it's good to go, it's clean. But yeah, when the gear malfunctions and you're kind of left hanging, especially when somebody's like, "Oh, it's your fault," like
gaslighting me.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to gaslight you, but that sucks, man.
It was frustrating. Yeah, I drove home very frustrated. Yeah. But
so what are you playing on at home? You're playing on an AZ at home? Is that your
the XDJ AZ?
Yeah. How's that?
I love it.
Yeah. Played it a few times, but
it has a weird requirement for DJs that don't update the record box. You know who you are. Many of you.
Yeah.
But
Library Plus.
A lot of
yes.
Yeah, it requires Record Box Library Plus, which frustrates a lot of DJs who don't update their record box, and it takes just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of issues with that when it comes to renting out that equipment and hosting events, because DJs tend to not follow directions from time to time. Dialing it back to being too comfortable.
Yeah.
They show up with their USB drive and their songs don't work. It's like, well, did you read the group chat? I texted you too.
I know, man. Yeah, I've been there. I first started out there a couple times when I'd be like, "Hey, what do I need?" And I wouldn't hear it. I'm like, "All right, let's see what happens." And I get there and be like, "Oh yeah, you need a Fat 32," and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" Right? Now I know.
Yeah.
But like then it's like, so when we do events, I always try to prepare people, especially with like open decks. Try to make sure like they know what they're playing with, like they know what they're gonna be on, they know what's required for their new DJs. But like those things should be so easy for us who've been doing this for a long time. I haven't done that long, but like those of us who know what we're doing, there's no value in like gatekeeping the like little secrets that everybody's gonna figure out. Like Library Plus, Fat 32, right? All these things, like just assume like new DJs need a little bit of guidance, and I don't know, man. It frustrates the hell out of me when people try to like keep that stuff, or they don't know, they don't think about it. It's like,
I think it's so funny that you bring that up, because I was thinking about gatekeepers on the way up here,
Yeah.
and I thought about bringing it up too, but since you did, I'm definitely going to bring it up now.
Yeah.
Nobody likes a gatekeeping, Gary.
No. There's no.
Why?
There's no value in it. I was joke like, dude, you're gatekeeping a joint that has like 50 people on a Thursday night. Like, what are you? You're not like gatekeeping like Ushuaia or like Echo Stage. Like these little kingdoms and fiefdoms that people create around their venues are so stupid, man. It's so counterproductive.
Yeah, this community was built on inclusion.
It's the
You're
same
excluding your tricks.
openers, same damn
My
names.
tricks aren't for sale.
Yeah, it's so dumb, man.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Have you run into that? Have you noticed a difference? Like, because you've been DJing for a while. Do you notice a difference in like that gatekeeping attitude from kind of when you started versus now, when there's a lot more DJs vying for space?
Well, when I first started DJing, I was told when I did my first show that I wasn't allowed to touch the CDJs.
Yeah.
I was kind of bullied a little bit, made fun of. Everyone talked behind my back, and I have to admit, I wasn't a great DJ. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I could have really used some help. And I went through a lot of doubt and, beating myself up because no one wanted to. When I started DJing, it was not the cool thing to do either. People made fun of me for it. Now everybody wants to be a DJ. But, I was so frustrated that I wasn't allowed to touch the CDJs that I went and bought my own CDJs. I said, you guys don't want to help me level up. Well, good thing I have money. So I went and bought my own CDJs. I started an LLC called Atlantic Audio. I started renting my equipment, and that led to me curating my own events at Metropolitan.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, here we are 10 years later, and we're going to play there Saturday night.
That's awesome. Full circle, man.
Full circle, man. That was the first place I ever DJ'd, and I was so nervous.
I like that.
Yeah. And I was so nervous that I was throwing up. Didn't have a drink of alcohol in my system. I'm in the bathroom throwing up because I'm so nervous. And and I remember the next day I wanted to get the money from the ticket sales, and one of the other DJs had pocketed all the money, and I got screwed over, and I got screwed over again and again and again. And I realized, if I want to, if I don't want to get screwed over, maybe I just need to curate events myself. If you want the job done right, sometimes you got to do it yourself. So against my better judgment, I started curating my own events there, and that led to meeting a whole bunch of really cool DJs from other parts of the state. And it started a family, and they got dispersed. When I moved to Colorado, COVID happened, but more recently, when I started up Pernima, that's when a lot of the old friends, such as Lifesaver and Saver, kind of circled back and are like, "Hey, we're still here. Like, what's up?"
Yeah.
So now we're doing the damn thing this Saturday night, and it's gonna be a homie fest on that rooftop for sure. And we're happy to have you too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm like the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, damn, I'm on. How the hell did I get involved in this? Like,
it's like I truly feel like everyone's destined to whoever fits into your vision, whoever like you accept into your circle, and that happens to be like, you guys all.
I just want top tier house DJs on the rooftop. I think that's the vibe up there for what we're trying to do.
It's gonna be good, man. It looks like a nice weekend too, right? Weather
I'm looking forward to it.
I might even pop in. I might have to ride up there with you.
You should, man. Yeah. We got. Hey, it's gonna be a long weekend, man. We got. Let's see. Let's check the weather. What we got here? Beautiful. 70s. Awesome. Sunny.
Hoodie weather.
Love it.
I consider 70s hoodie weather. So.
And they've been doing Culture East and Sheila Sound. Two regional companies based out of the Annapolis area. They do stuff all over the DMV, but they have been curating events on Saturday nights there for the past year. And
they're doing all right, yeah.
They're doing good. Yeah, they're doing good. I was just up there Saturday night. They were rocking and rolling. And I think with things like that, consistency is key, and they've been on top of it. So we're, leading right into Labor Day weekend. And in my opinion, we have some of the most talented regional house DJs all on one bill. We don't need a national headliner to pack that place.
All right, I'm in.
Well, I mean, he's in.
You're both. I'm in. Shit, I'll take it. Yeah, I was like, so I'll be closing. I think I'm still closing. Right?
You're closing, man.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Shut it down, John.
Sorry to make you close. Like, he doesn't know that like the later I'm awake, the better I feel. So like I'm all about some closing.
Well, you do know that if you deprive yourself of sleep and it gets closer to the later hours, you are more creative in that state.
Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Let's try it.
That's really all I got. Yeah. Come on up with it. It'll be a good time, man. Yeah. It's gonna be a nice night out there. Yeah. I'm excited, dude. So what else you got going on later on this year? You just talked about Pernima. Obviously got this one coming up this weekend. You're going to Columbus as well to support. But like, what do you got going on the rest of the year?
Let's talk about your shirts.
Let's talk about the shirt in a second, because I want to answer that question, because I started to talk about it earlier, and I can't say too much. Yeah. But dialing it back to like underground events in Baltimore, there's been a couple really cool companies that I want to shout out. Head Nod and Boosted Promo. They've been doing some really cool events at Checker Spot Brewing Company. And I think there's been 4 so far, and it's a 400 capacity person venue. And they go all out for their events. They got
is it all indoor,
projections.
Indoor, outdoor? Like, is it?
There is an outdoor area.
Okay.
They shut down the street before. They also have a loading dock that we're looking at for a potential stage.
Nice.
But the event space is huge.
Yeah.
And we're looking at possibly doing something there on Halloween.
Sweet.
That's all I can really say right now. But
Fair
we
enough,
are in the thick of it right now, putting our minds together to try and come up with something great for the city and the underground scene.
Nice. Yeah, Halloween's on a weekend this year, right?
It's on a Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a good setup. Yeah, is Halloween is Halloween one of, because like me, I'm not really a Halloween guy, but I got kids, so I guess I got to be into it. But like every time I've DJ'd a Halloween party, it's been like way better than expected, right? The 12 after 12 party, like ours last year.
Yeah.
Is it like one of those that you look forward to? Like I got to find something for Halloween.
It's my favorite holiday.
You got to circle it on your calendar.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
There's nothing more fun to me than dressing up and in stupid costumes.
Where
and
were you
just
last year?
I was actually opening up for Buku at the Rockwell.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, that was one of the most insane events I've ever played. When I was done my set, I walked outside to get a breath of fresh air because the venue was already packed. And I swear the line around the venue, because the Rockwell is a gutted row home in Fells Point.
Yeah.
And we had a line around the block. And it looked like an episode of The Wire. Straight up. And that was something...
fitting.
That was something really cool to be a part of. I know they
Yeah.
weren't all there to see me. They were there for Buku. But that was a Buku
Still.
night for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, to be a part of that, it's pretty cool
Yeah.
though, man.
Oh, I was very grateful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's one of the things I like about what you're doing. Others do it too, but like you guys had me on the lineup. Truly grateful for that. But also you're bringing in a lot more regional DJs. Like there's always, like I know some of the names and some of them are new to me. And I love that people who will reach out and try to do, like be more inclusive, like bring new names, like whether it's a new DJ or somebody who's been doing it for a while or somebody who's kind of making a return. I think it's really cool that you have a lot of like variety on your lineups, and it's not just like recycling the same 4 names over and over.
Nobody
Except
wants
for
to see that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that. You know,
Yeah,
I didn't even like, honestly, I didn't even like DJing them every time. I wanted to get it started, and I didn't want to spend money investing in people before I felt like it was ready. I wanted to make sure that we got to where we needed to be beforehand. And now I feel like since we have a consistent schedule, maybe we can take a step in that direction now.
Yeah.
And I can take myself out of that equation full time and focus on putting my eggs in the other baskets of opportunity.
Like being able to be consistent and decide like when you want to play, when you want to be on the lineup, and when you want to take a step back. Like a lot of people don't recognize that, man. Like, but it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Outside of just spinning, right? Like,
But Annapolis doesn't have. They do have a scene, but it's not where we'd want it to be.
Yeah.
And you know, there's been quite a few of us curating events over the past 10 years, and it is just so hard. It's not DC. It's not Baltimore.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a real city. I mean, it might be the capital of Maryland, but it's not a city like Baltimore or DC. It is a huge town.
Yeah.
But, you know, more recently, you know, we're getting older and music tastes are changing.
Yeah.
And, you know, people are coming around to electronic music a lot more. And we've been pretty persistent about trying to cram it down their throats down there.
Yeah.
And it's been, people have been receptive more and more. So we've been working together as well. Like I said, Purnima is partnering up with Culture East and Sheila Sound this Saturday at the rooftop. Mm-hmm. That's a, you know, collaboration effort right there. You know, we're stronger when we're unified.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. So Ryan wants to know about the shirt.
The shirt. That's
Tell
a
us
great
about
question. I love this shirt. So I actually got this shirt at Checker Spot Brewing Company.
Nice.
We did. I used to work there. I was a beer tender there for years, and it's right in Pigtown, which is about 10 minutes from this animal shelter. Okay. And they would do collaborations with the brewery. They would do specifically a really good Oktoberfest. They'd call it Barktoberfest, and they
see those two worlds already. Like,
who doesn't like dogs and good beer?
Yeah.
I swear the only thing I miss about drinking is their beer.
It's high praise, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I always got to be on my P's and Q's when I go in there. I was just there yesterday, actually, talking with the general manager, Dennis Nash. Great guy.
Yeah.
They do. They do a lot of events there. You know, it's a big space. I used to joke and call it South Baltimore Convention Center with really good beer.
Nice.
It's right by all the big attractions right there in South Baltimore. It's really easy to get in and out of the city. Like, you could be on the Beltway in 5 minutes. So, it's nice.
It's accessible,
It's accessible, and it's not in the best part of town. I will admit that. It's in an industrial park, but those types of areas and cities allow for underground concerts to thrive because who's gonna call the police? And also, when are the police gonna show up? In Baltimore City, especially.
There's gonna be like lookout kids on the corners. And like, they're coming.
They usually show up and they just want to make sure everything's all right, and they want to go fight real crime.
Yeah. Where can our viewers and listeners find you? Where are you putting your music out? Where are you at on socials?
Right now, I'm putting music on SoundCloud and Spotify. One thing that I really need to put more effort into is getting my music out there, but more importantly, making more music and spending more time in Ableton and just getting reps in.
Do you record all your sets or most of your sets when you're out?
I don't know.
No.
I do if I'm using my equipment.
Yeah.
Because it's as simple as just pressing a button. But on the CDJs, it's just odd because it's never my equipment, and I don't really feel comfortable, I guess, asking unless they're already doing it. But I don't want to be asking for more than what's given most of the time. I try to be pretty simple.
I get it. So you're putting stuff out on SoundCloud. What else? Anywhere else?
Yeah, Spotify.
Yeah.
And just using DistroKid to do that.
Yeah. How kind of traction are you getting? You happy with where you're at, or?
I'm not. No, honestly.
Yeah.
Just to be transparent, I, as an artist, you're your own harshest critic. So I'm not where I want to be as in production. I feel like, I'm doing well with DJing, and I'm having a great time doing it. And, I was a DJ before producer, but I need to pay my dues. I need to clock more hours on the doll.
Yeah,
so
apparently,
that's my plan.
What's your goal, like, really? What's the reality? Like, how many hours do you need? You think you need to spend?
I mean, I'd like to spend 2 to 3 hours every day in the afternoon doing those things.
Okay.
But, when you work in the restaurant industry, you don't have a consistent schedule. And I think just being persistent is what's going to have to get me where I want to be.
Yeah, if you have at least like a quarter of the time that you could spend with it, and not go through burnout, it's all the best to at least like kind of, not get rusty. I would say not get like to the point where you're like, like me. I decided to do it for a time, and I said like, okay, well I have to put so much time into it, but I'm like so much space from that time I did it that my momentum was so lost that I'll have to like restart from the ground up again to do it,
Yeah. I've heard that you're stuck on, you're stuck on a song for too long. Sometimes it's best just to move on. So let it go.
Yeah,
if you're not getting to where you need to be, but at the same time, like, I'm guilty of having a bunch of unfinished tracks, and that sucks. I want finished tracks.
Yeah.
So.
Unless you think about the Rick Rubin mythology of like, if you release it, you're already successful.
Yeah. Well, hey man, we're at the hour, so we're gonna wrap this one, and man, thanks for coming down to talk to us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This space is awesome.
Are you? It's a good spot, man. I'm glad we did this. Are you gonna ride out to Transit with us tonight? Maybe.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Never a bad. Transit's never a bad idea, man. I got over it.
Did you see that stupid burger video that I made?
It's not stupid.
No, it was good. I did see it. Yeah, on the grill.
Hey, it got 4,000 views though.
So it's not stupid.
but it took 6 burgers.
Yeah, that I understand. That I believe.